r/ask Reddit. Gamers of Reddit. What was the most ducked up thing you heard in a voice chat? Wasn't the most messed up, but it was pretty funny. I was playing Overwatch and as we got released to capture the point, a dude yelled big dong energy and then silence. And then sorry. I guess everyone in my daughter's Zoom class heard me wherever he is now. I hope he's doing well. Playing Black Ops 2 circa 2013. A clearly 8-year-old kept dying and he said, well, tickle my anus and call me Samantha, and that has stuck with me for about 8 years. Looking at this thread in the middle of online classes was a bad idea. I can't hold my laughter. I've heard so many ducked up things over the years, but seeing as how there's a bunch of those, I have a funny moment I won't forget. This guy was crunching very loudly on the mic during a game of Halo, so I decided to grab a soda and chips and crunch back. Then more and more people started chiming in, and no joke, half of the team never said a single word to each other. It was just constant crunching and loud sipping. Normally that shit's annoying, but half a lobby doing it without any other communication was pretty funny. Fun fact, don't do this to squad players. They are an interesting bunch of people. Once blew up a guy's car in GTA V and he threatened to kill my parents, duck their corpses, then eat them sauteed with garlic and his jizz. I was honestly too impressed by the creativity to be insulted. Could not stop laughing. A man beating his children, then his wife when she tried to defend them. Police were called and he was arrested. I was on with his 14-year-old son. That's horrible. The poor child. He's lucky he had you on call with him. Guy on team muffled noises. No, not right now. Yeah, go back. I'm busy right now. I don't care. Other guy on my team, wife bugging ya. Guy, nah, it's my daughter, it's her dumb birthday party right now. Anyways, let's kill these mother duckers. Everyone on my team, bro, what the duck? Are you serious? What the hell, go be with your kid, damn you a shit dad. We ragged on the guy and eventually guilted him into quitting and hanging out with his 7-year-old on her birthday. Man, what a ducking piece of shit. I'm getting red in the face, angry just typing this out. In 15 years, am I the a-hole for not inviting my dad to my wedding? I was in this Discord server and joined a VC and some dude was talking about how his dad was sex trafficking. Discord servers scare me. Things like that and no consensual distribution of nude pictures are pretty common from what I've seen. Just the other day in Warzone I heard the funniest death mic after I killed someone. It sounded like some little male kid and he just said, in the most monotone voice, "You're adopted. You should kill yourself." Made me laugh because it was so unexpected compared to the normal rage mics, and the delivery really sold it. People saying really ducked up shit in a calming monotone manner always makes me laugh for some reason. Dude screaming at his wife to get the baby to shut up. Bro, go be a dad, you ducking loser. This is the only one in this thread that's real shit. Like, kid saying racial and homophobic slurs is to be expected. Lame. But it's just kids being obnoxious. Edit. I've been swayed. It's a bigger issue, but that's another discussion. The oh my god I'm getting murdered ones are setups 99% of the time. But man, the absolute shit-eating audacity of demanding your wife do your most important job for you while you sit and play a game. And the worst part is lots of women will respond to that energy because they're so used to it. And at the end of the day, somebody's got a parent. We need feminism. Overhearing a woman crying in the background because their dog was dead. About 5 minutes later the dog woke up and the guy was trying to convince others that the dog was possessed. Another time in a VR game I caught somebody doing rails just from the sound in their movements. That was funny. The typical toxic kill yourself shit. Except here's the thing. We were playing golf with friends. Golf with your not friends. Maybe more funny than ducked up. But I was playing Red Orchestra 2, kinda like a World War II infantry sim, and we had our team's commander telling us to stop moving forward as he was gonna call in artillery. One squad ignores him and ends up running into friendly artillery, killing everyone but the squad leader. The commander then erupts saying, "I ducking told you not advance. Now you've got all your friends blown to bits right in front of you. How does it feel to be covered in gore and blood of your comrades?" To which the squad leader replies, "Oh, I'm rock hard, baby." That is such a perfect reply, take my upvote. Just the average fap slap. I feel so sheltered compared to y'all. Ha 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 ha. Fap slap. I only had one VC experience, and it was what sounded like a 7-year-old using racial slurs. Ah yes, the wee squeaker edgelords. They are among my favorite people to mute. Was playing Fortnite. Yes, I know. Duos fill when some kid joined my party. He seemed nice so we started chatting. Halfway through the match he died. In response, he screamed and I heard a crash, then his mum walks in and just shouts at the top of her voice, "Michael, can't remember actual name. Did you just smash the TV?" Then he shouts back, "Oh go suck a dong mum." TLDR. Kid died in Fortnite so he smashed up his TV and told his mum to suck a D. While raiding on World of Warcraft, our raid leader's fire alarm went off mid-boss pull. Open mic. He immediately starts yelling and throws his headset down without muting it. In the background all we hear is "odd duck number" and the sound of a door slamming. After a minute we hear weird cracking and groaning noises, so I decide to phone him. Turns out his fridge had caught fire and his small flat was already half engulfed by the time the fire alarm had reacted. If he had not got out then he probably wouldn't have been alive. Guy was literally standing outside of his flat in no shoes and he sadly lost everything including his clothes that day. A few years down the line and he is doing much better now though. MW2. A couple months ago a dude joins and talks with a very southern accent and one dude piped up and asks if he's a hillbilly. The guy talked through 3 games about what he was doing in his life on his farm. Next thing you know someone asks if he hates black people. Cue the most racist shit that has ever been said in history. I was gaming once, and I joined the random voice chat. I was talking to the 3 people in the VC, and they seemed pretty chill. We played Call of Duty together for an hour. Then, the second person turned on his mic, and when he did, his sister, it sounded like a girl, screamed at the top of her lungs that she was gonna get murdered and that someone was in the house. But the guy just slapped her and yelled, "Shut the duck up, bitch." I never met them ever again, and I'm glad I never did. Some guy I knew got drunk and started talking about how he watched his friends die when they were kids. He was crying, telling all of us the story. Everybody was silent. That's honestly so sad. He must have had countless sleepless nights as a result. I hope he learns to cope with the trauma. CS. Go veterans telling new players to commit suicide. Don't get mad if you're playing casual. People getting pissed on CAS cracks me up every time. A young kid, probably around 7 or 8, saying every racial slur in existence. Not ducked up, just freaking sad. I only met 1 or 2 kids during my time on Modern Warfare 2 that didn't swear up a storm, use racial slurs, make threats or make death threats. It was always a surprise to hear some kid talking and not hearing that. When I was really young I didn't think voice chats could possibly be that bad. Then a few years ago I finally played some games with voice chat, but my voice was still pretty high, so one of my first interactions with voice chat was some creep being sexist and hitting on me thinking I was a woman. I was only 13-14 around that time. Have been kinda scared about going on voice chat ever since, even though I'm a pretty manly sounding man now. I got a kid spanked by his dad. That was ducked up, but it was also hilarious. It was during an FFA match on Modern Warfare 2, was playing with 7 others who had mics and they were all cool, super chill, fun lobby. Everyone was being friendly and laughing. No one was being a toxic a-hole. Then one had to leave and he was replaced by a kid whose only method of communication was swearing, slurs and screaming. A couple of the guys got fed up and left. I got pissed and on the next round I switched to my RPG suicide class, created solely to piss off players like that kid, and focused primarily on killing that kid. I won that round with a beautiful RPG headshot, directly on him. The ducking snapped. He started screaming as loudly as he could, so loud my headset was crackling, throwing slurs at me, threatening to rape me, etc. After 2 minutes of this shit he stopped dead and you could hear someone in the background yelling at him. It was his dad and he was pissed because his son was acting like that. His dad continued berating him like, "I'm so disappointed in you. How dare you act like that? You were raised better than that. Where did you learn this language?" Meanwhile the kid sometimes mutters sorry, then he suddenly yells no. Wait, stop. The mic comes off and suddenly the kid is hollering in pain screaming OW. No. Stop. OW. OW. And the dad is like, you don't talk like that. That's unacceptable behavior, etc. After a minute, maybe a minute and a half, the dad stops, says the kid is grounded, and then he disconnected. Funniest part about all this is that no one in the lobby was playing. We were just listening to this kid get the spanking of a lifetime. Someone says, dude, you got a kid beat, and we just nervously laughed and began playing again. Some English kid sent a voice message to me and my buddy over Xbox Live when we kept hunting him down in CODMW3. In the message he used a lot of profanity and ended with saying you smell like a paki and look like a kebab, and then we heard his mother come in roaring at him and the message ended. We were both on the floor laughing. I was playing what and we lost a game. After that, one guy's daughter came in and was like, Dad, you broke the table? He was like, no. But then she was again like, but you broke the table. This went on for the next match. Until this point I am still crying if I think about it. It was really funny. No wonder you're such a horrible mom and a pathetic excuse of a wife. Dude talks to a girl who's being a complete dong to him. So many of us were already done with him and were looking for a reason to ban him on Discord. She was one of the last people to show any compassion to him, and she was also a mod. We kicked him out moments after that comment. Excuse me, that's seriously ducked up. He don't deserve a wife or kids if he says that. I was like 12 at the time, I think. Went into a Project Gotham Racing Xbox Live lobby with 2 other guys. I took them by surprise as they were discussing one of them dating an 11-year-old or something. I remember saying something along the lines of WTF and I was booted immediately. Granted, I don't know how old they were, but they definitely sounded like adults. Weird stuff. Person leaves headset mic on as he goes for a snack. There's 8 of us in the Discord lobby. Guy. What the hell happened to my croissant? Girl. I took a bite. Surprise. Semicolon while giggling. Guy. Surprise. Ill surprise, duck you in the ass next time. The other 7 people started absolutely pissing themselves laughing. The dad goes, and don't forget, just ask the idiots where they live and the mafia will do the rest. I gave him the address of the town's police station. Yo, I just ducked your mum while parasailing off of the exploded Twin Towers. This one guy was saying all sorts of bad things about autistic people and other people with disabilities. I told the kid that if he had a problem with them, he had a problem with me. I was the host and muted, kicked, and blocked him. I am autistic. Nobody gets away with that when I am around. World of Warcraft roleplay is pretty harsh if you get into the wrong guild. I was forced to change my character's backstory, character, and in-game spec because her backstory didn't seem right to the guild master, and told that if I told anyone about it I would be banned from the guild. I'd already seen how that guild got people blacklisted from communities, so I was scared. I'm not part of that guild anymore, so I figure the warning doesn't apply, and thank them for reminding me that I need to stand up for myself more often. Was watching my friend play GTA 5 and some very obvious white man kept saying the N-word and claiming he was black. He kept saying, I'm dropping a new mixtape. Beep beep. Heat from the streets. I think about that a lot. On a IT lesson, my young teacher's girlfriend said, hey Big Bear, you wanna bring me some honey? And he said yes, but let me finish this lesson. I don't think that having sex is a part of this class. Was playing Fortnite around season 7 or 8 and me and my friend were messing around in American servers because angry American kids are hilarious. Had some laughs, convinced someone my buddy was mugs. But then we heard a middle-aged woman talking and she mentioned she had kids that she should be collecting from school, but Fortnite comes first. It's not the most ducked up but just plain sad. MW2 was sitting in the lobby waiting for the game to start. Australians joined the American server. I could hear the Americans, what kinda ducked up accent is that, and speak English, and then I think an Australian guy replied, remember 9/11? Yes TFU. The lobby then stays quiet for a sec, then all I hear is back and forth. Haha man, MW2 lobbies were so toxic. IDK how I survived during those times, but I tell ya if I were to go back, I would without hesitation. Like 6 Russian kids screaming during a casual XCO match. Had to adjust my audio settings just for that one game. If I can flip this girl in an Overwatch game was constantly, unabashedly positive. even when we were horribly losing. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.